Okay, what's up? Are we live? Welcome to the stream. Let's try Inkscape. So I tried this before. Let's open up the first thing I did. I just was, testing it just to make sure it works. And so I don't really know much, but where is it? What the heck? Did it fucking close? Did it already crash? No, here it goes. It's on the other screen. Okay. Okay. And it's taking a while to load. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Oh my God. Yo, this might be taxing on my CPU. Okay, here is the program. This is what I did. I just messed around with the shapes and yeah, let's make a new project. Yo, this program might be hard on my CPU, so I mean we'll see, we'll see. It opens up a whole other window on my other monitor. Okay. So let's close this one and drag over the other one. My computer's struggling. I mean, I thought Krita was kind of laggy sometimes, but this shit, it might not be usable, unfortunately, on stream. Off stream, when I tested it, it was fine. It was pretty good. So let's see. Okay, here we go. This is Inkscape. So what I know about vector art programs is you use shapes basically for the most part instead of lines. Like here's a shape, and lines are not as common. You can make them, but they behave like shapes. So theoretically, you use like different shapes to make a bigger image. So you can make the shapes, but afterwards you can resize them and edit them and change their color. It differs from raster-based programs because you can, I guess, edit the image after, edit the different shapes and objects. Also, it uses math to determine the looks instead of pixels. So it's like non-destructive editing. You can go back, you can edit it. You can scale it up or down. Like if you wanted to scale this image, like if you wanted to zoom in on Krita into this shape, it would be like pixelated. But look, you can see it kind of pixelates, but no matter how far I zoom in, it's still a crisp line because it's using math to determine the size and position of the circle. So same with like these random lines. You can zoom them in and they're totally smooth. This allows you to scale up your image. You can put it on the side of a building and it'll still be crisp. Or it's good for, I guess, graphic design where you're using a web page. You don't know like the resolution of your audience, like what type of computer, if they're on a phone. You can just scale to each individual user. So my goal is to draw a tree, I guess. Let's delete everything, and draw a tree. It's a different process compared to like painting traditionally or digitally on a digital painting app. You use shapes instead of lines. I mean, when you're painting, you sometimes use shapes, but you paint them in instead of I don't know. It's just a whole other way to use art, I guess. So to start, I think I'm just gonna go simple. Let's use it. Let's get the trunk in there. Okay, okay. And then let's get. I'm using a mouse, by the way. That's another benefit of this program. You can really just use a mouse. Like you don't need to be good at using a pen, tablet. I think since you're dealing with shapes, you're just manipulating shapes. You don't have to like actually draw it in. So it's you can use a mouse, but you can draw. Like I'm gonna draw right now. I'm gonna draw the branches. I mean the roots. So there we go. You can see on the side it shows these are two different shapes on the same layer, but you can go in and edit them. So this is a bit similar to just normal drawing, but let's put in another branch here. Let's put that below here. Or I don't know. It's good. It's good. Okay. So how should I go about making a tree? Let's go for the leaves. Let's see. Actually, I need more branches. I need some more branches. So let's do a branch here, and then let's. Okay, that doesn't. I don't know about that. Let's let's try something else. Okay, I mean it's a tree. It's gonna be kind of misshapen and such. So. Okay, okay, that's good. Now let's make some leaves. Okay, okay, this looks like shit, but technically this is a tree, yeah? But let's add in some shading. The way I will approach this is actually I have no idea. I've never used this program, so I gotta wing it. Let's see. But first, let me have a little bit of a sip of this beer. As you see, I'm currently drinking a Merit Triple. The shit's fucking good. 10% alcohol, very strong. Yeah. Okay, okay. Now shading on this tree. How should I do this? Can I make a mask or something? Is there a way? Let's. What the hell? Oh shit. No, it crashed. Fuck. Well, I did spam. I was trying to rename this thing, so. Okay, there should be a backup. Okay, I didn't save, but there should be a backup. Or did it crash? I mean, it is frozen, so it's probably crashed, but my computer's so slow. Yeah, there, it closed. Okay, I'll open it up again, but it takes a minute, so yeah, I guess vector programs. I know Illustrate Adobe Illustrator is a vector program, so it's used in graphic design quite a bit. Yeah, web development. Maybe if you're making some like a UI, like UI UX design, if you need elements that will scale to different resolutions in games, like you can make vector art that'll scale and you can manipulate it. But I don't know anything about it that much. I've seen vector art. It's usually cell shaded, like simple flat colors. It should be. I like the style actually. I'm making this stream because I saw a video. It was called like how to copy the U what was it UPA design, this old animation studio from like 70 years ago. They had like this like distinct design of like flat shapes and colors that you can emulate pretty well in this software. So maybe I'll try that. I just wanted to make a tree though. That's my goal. But this fucking program won't open. What the hell? Ridiculous. I mean, if the program deals like with math instead of like rendering pixels, maybe it's more intensive on the CPU. Maybe it's more intensive compared to Krita because I don't know, maybe Krita uses the graphics processor a bit more. I'm not sure. Okay, Inkscape is opening. It definitely takes longer to open than Krita, so it's probably just more intensive on the computer. Okay, here it is. It says emergency save. Okay, let's open it up. Okay, let's give this a save. Okay, back to where we were. Let's see if we can. Okay, I'm gonna right click on this, rename it instead of spamming. We'll name this tree, of course. And then let's see how I can select everything. Select it, and can I move it? Easy. Easy as pie. Okay. Now, let's add another layer and call it, is this it? This layer? Let's see. Okay, this layer will be called highlights. Yeah, let's rename this. I'm going very slow, but bear with me, okay? Tree highlights. So that's the highlight of my tree. Let's put some more, okay? Something like that. Something like that. Yo, can you rotate this perhaps? What the? Holy shit, you can fucking. What the? Okay. You can do this. How do you rotate it? Rotate. Okay, no idea, but this is interesting. What did I do? Create something. Let's see. Okay, I can make it a pie. I can make a Pac-Man. Okay, let's see. I should be able to rotate this here. I mean, object, rotate. I don't want to rotate it that much. I just want to rotate it a bit. Transform. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna go for very abstract tree. Let's let's draw in. I don't know. This will be shadow. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the highlights. Let's draw in some highlights. Like this. Okay. Okay, for sure. But actually, fuck. Let's put this path in this layer. Will this work? Can I put this path in this other layer? Oh my god, it crashed. What the hell? Well, that didn't work. I think I'm not gonna use Inkscape. Inkscape, fuck it. We're changing this title to Inkscape crashed drawing it in Krita instead. Okay, okay. Let's see how the performance of Krita works, like compared to Inkscape. Inkscape will just have to be a program that I explore on my own or when I get a new computer or something. So, vector art shall remain a mystery, but you kind of got the concept, right? You put down the shapes, you draw some shapes to make objects, and that's about it. But I think I'm more comfortable with a more traditional approach to image making, being painting, digital painting, raster based images, I guess, using pixels. I mean, sure, it gets quite blurry if you zoom in too much, but you can always use a bigger resolution to make it more, yeah. So let's see if I can use Krita. I think Krita actually has vector layers. I'm not sure what they're for. Probably the same thing like for text and basic vector art, image editing. Yes. Okay, so I'm just gonna draw a tree. Okay, fuck it. We need to make this image longer. I could resize the tree, but I could also just make it bigger. So a little bit. Actually, maybe a bit more. Oh shit. I went down. Okay, okay. Now we can actually move it. Yes, like this. What the hell? See, this is the problem with these raster-based images. Just using the transform tool makes it all blurry. This must be a problem with like my settings, or I'm not using it correctly. Let's control Z that one, and this make it okay. Let's just resize the whole image. I need to learn how to use the transform tool better. Actually, there's many things I need to learn how to use better. So, uh, okay, okay, we're gonna make a tall image, a tall image. Now, this should be enough space to fit in some leaves. Actually, we're gonna make it wider. I need to make this tree a little bit wider. Okay, okay, that should be enough space. See, I can spam click on the rename the layers on here and it doesn't crash. So I think Inkscape, it's just not as optimized, or it's just more intensive on the CPU. But yeah, enough of that. Let's rename this to bark, bark of the tree. Let's make another layer, call it leaves. I like to name my layers for sure. Let's get some green up in here. Okay, okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's make some. Let's make it. Oh shit, I think I hit the hotkey to mute my mic, but I don't know. I've just been getting the shape of the tree right. I think we're going to do the same thing, add some highlights, add some shadows, and call it done. But before that, I need to save. Okay, let's add a mask and add some shadows. Okay, now for the shadows. I always fucking hit Z and like mute myself. So maybe I should change my shortcut a bit. Okay, these are some flat shadows in there. Let's blend it a bit. Okay, sorry I'm so quiet. I mean, no one's watching anyways, but I made the shading, I guess. Now the shading of the leaves must commence. Let's put some yellow in there. Okay, this kind of looks like shit. Like if I was illustrating a children's book, this might be fine, very stylized, cartoony. This is not realistic at all. I've just blanked when it comes to shading the tree leaves. So maybe this is a bit better, a bit more full of volume and shit. all right. That doesn't look half bad. It looks like a cartoony tree, sure, but whatever. It's all good. It's okay, but it took a while because it's laggy and shit. So, I mean, I've been streaming for an hour. I should probably not. Wait, let's go a little bit longer. There's one thing I want to try. I want to try to learn the effects. I mean, not like, I don't know, filters, I think they are in Krita. So I'm gonna look that up and I'm gonna try and like mess with the values of the tree because like I could push the shadow a bit more. But I think I want to do that like instead of manually, I want to try and do it with filters. So give me a moment. I'm gonna look it up and see how it's done. Also, I realized I could have used the multiply layer or something. Like I think here multiply. If I go to bark and I do multiply, it changed the colors slightly, but I'm not sure. Here, let me do an experiment. Let's say I have like no, let's see, like a branch here. Okay, let's say I have a branch and I do a clipping mask instead of going in with like a dark brown. What if I use a multiply layer? Then anything. Oh, see, interesting. I think that's good. And then if I do a lighter color, slightly lighter. But if I do like really light, no, okay, okay. Oh, multiply is only for darkening. If it's darker than the color, it'll darken it. But if it doesn't, so like the mid-tone here, that's lighter. Is that slightly darker? I don't know. I need to watch a tutorial on this. This is slightly darker. So next time I can use a multiply layer, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, the way I did it was okay. It was just tedious, you know? Okay, what if I make this a lighten layer? See, that lightens it up, yeah? Yeah, okay. Multiply, lighten, complicated shit, yeah. Okay, so let's look up how to make filters or something like that. Okay, okay, let's see. The filters menu. Oh, there's a whole fucking toolbar for it. Okay, let me save this. Let's see. I mean, what can I do? Adjust? Oh no, I'm thinking of something different. I'm thinking of gradient maps. I thought filters were gradient maps. No. Okay, okay. How the heck do you use this? What the hell? Okay, okay, I'm making progress. Oh shit, hell yeah. Okay, this is interesting. I think I get it. This is interesting, but maybe not very useful for me. Like, this looks cool, but what is the use case? Perhaps I'm not advanced enough in my Krita journey to fully comprehend the scope of this effect. So I'm going to just chill with the normal colors I did. And I think I'll add a background. I'm going to add a gradient. Let me just try it a few times, get it right. Actually, why am I using green? What the heck? I need blue. Blue for sure. Oh, that's why I need green for the ground. I think I'll use like a stamp brush or something. What is that? Textures. Yeah, I can just literally stamp uh some like mountains in the background. And then some like some grass. Okay, now this is too green. Let's make it darker. That's not dark enough. This looks kind of tacky, just using these stamp brushes. But I'm lazy. Okay, I don't want to do a whole. So I could have used this for the leaves of the tree, but I don't know. Okay, I'm done. Yo, I don't want to paint this fucking tree anymore. It's fucking trash, but you know what? I enjoyed the process. Eventually, my trees will look pristine, photorealistic, and I will improve as an artist, but the process takes a while. So, here we go. It's a tree. Maybe the background looks kind of shit. Maybe I should put a little sun in there or some clouds. Nah, nah, it's all good. Okay, let's see. Actually, I should put this. Yeah. Okay, okay, I'm done. I'm done. All right, let's save and yeah. Okay, okay. It's been an enjoyable stream. I've almost hit the 1 hour and a half mark, so I'm gonna get off. Thank you for watching. Even if you're watching the VOD, even if it's just myself in the future editing this video into shorts, thank you for watching. Yes. All right, all right. Goodbye.